Seafair is celebrating 70 summers in Seattle.
We're very honored to be able to do this event for the city and for the people of the Northwest.
Oh, I do love how these floats look as it starts to get dark and you can really see the lights.
Honoring its past, present, and future in the Emerald City. Tonight, those swashbuckling pirates will threaten us all. Because at the Torchlight Parade, there'll be plenty of clowning around.
Will you ever grow your mustache back?
No.
You are just in time for an explosive, dazzling, and breathtaking night in downtown Seattle as KIRO 7 presents the 2019 Alaska Airlines Seafair Torchlight Parade.
You're watching the Alaska Airlines Torchlight Parade, presented by Home Street Bank.
It is that time of year again. Time for summer to begin. Time for families to get out and have fun in our area, and time to celebrate all that we are, all that we have become here in the Pacific Northwest. And what better way to do it than with the Alaska Airlines Seafair Torchlight Parade. Hi again, everybody, and along with Monique Ming-Lavin, I'm Steve Rabel. The 70th,
Wow.
and we've been here for almost every one of them.
I was going to say you were 15 when it all started.
When we started, that's right. We could not be happier to have you all with us tonight. We're here with several thousand of our friends.
They're excited.
Are we having a good time? Yes, we are.
What a community event this is, too. This is amazing. Over 115 different groups are participating today. You're going to see everything from royalty to clowns to pirates to drill teams to horses. You're going to see just about everyone in our community represented today, and they're going to be working for it. 2.5 miles. They're going to be walking and marching and playing the entire way and putting on quite a show.
And you are seeing the pictures. We are right down on the street. This is 4th Avenue. We are at 4th and Pine, right across from Westlake Center. Perfect place to watch a parade. This is the spot. The parade is working its way in.
Yeah.
The Seattle Police Motorcycle Drill Team is here to make sure that the road is clear, and they will be moving past us in just a couple of seconds.
We're not in trouble. They're
No,
actually
that's right.
supposed to be here.
For a change, I'm
Yeah.
not. The police are not knocking at my door for some reason. No, they are here to lead the parade
Here they
down
go.
the street, and they are making their move. And soon enough, all of the parade floats and drill teams and marching bands and celebrities, guests of honor, they will all be making their way. Here comes the motorcycle drill team. Coincidentally, they were founded 70 years ago, the very first year of the Seafair Parade. If there's one thing we've learned after doing this parade for so many years is you don't try to talk when these guys are going past you.
No, they kind of command the room, the street, the home, whatever it is. 16 folks out here that are members of this particular Seattle Police Motorcycle Drill Team. Boy, do they know what they're doing. These maneuvers, they come within inches of each other. We have said this before, they not only perform all of these maneuvers, and they train very, very hard, a lot of hours every week to do this, but these maneuvers are not just ones that they perform here for parade. These are things that they actually do when they are out on patrol. They are sometimes maneuvers they have to use. They are also used for presidential visits, you name it. These guys are very, and gals, the women are very, very busy. Absolutely, very impressive. They practice all year round. They also perform all year round throughout the state of Washington and Canada. They make it look easy, folks. It is not that easy to be that precise and in control of those big machines. Again, 16 folks who, and this is how you want to clear a road for a parade, right?
Sure.
You make a statement right off the top.
I'd love to have them leading me to work every day. So would
Get
a lot
through
of
the
other
commute,
people.
yep.
They are literally just inches apart. So they are moving in the southbound direction on 4th Avenue. Kind of give you the lay of the land here. 4th Avenue, as many of you know, runs from south to north. It runs past Westlake. It heads that way towards Seattle Center. Well, the parade starts at Seattle Center and works its way down 4th Avenue. So we are absolutely turned around, but happily no traffic will be coming tonight. It is all parade units, and right now, the Seattle Police Department Motorcycle Drill Team.
it just makes sense that they've been a part of this tradition from the very beginning. It's kind of like a little bit of a warm-up for the Blue Angels, the roar that they bring through the crowd.
This is also a great time to mention that, again, none of this happens by accident.
No.
There are so many people and so many moving parts to putting Seafair together every year. We want to thank Seafair for allowing us to be a part, and you for allowing us to be a part of your Saturday evening for so many years with the Torchlight Parade. Some 3,000 volunteers, a very small staff actually that works for Seafair, but they put this together every single year. There's a full week of activities coming up, finalized by the Blue Angels and the hydroplane races next weekend.
Absolutely. And the participants, boy, they've been working on this all year long too. So many folks you'll see coming through here today who are just about as precise as that drill team, who have been practicing all year long, and it really culminates with this performance tonight. Again, we're going to see dancing, we're going to see drill teams, we're going to see bands, we're going to see so much. But first, 4th Avenue cleared by these folks who make sure that we're safe, first of all, before we have so much fun.
That's a very good point that you make too, because again, they're not just out here just to be seen for all the drill team work that they do. They're also to make sure they clear the way so we can have all of the pictures and safely bring you all of the units that are going to be passing by us. We have got the best seat in the house, and because you're watching on KIRO 7, now you have the best seat in the house.
Absolutely, and it's going to be such a great night. It is such a great night already. It's exactly how Morgan Palmer promised us it was going to be.
Thank you, Morgan.
Yes, it was going to rain a little bit in the morning, but it would stay a beautiful, comfortable temperature tonight, but totally dry at this point. Look at all these folks who have put on their best hats and their best outfits to come out here and see this parade.
And the drill team, which had gotten about 2 blocks down the road, they have started to make their way back up the street. Again, they continue to make sure intersections are clear. Hi there, how are you? You having a good time there, young lady? There is the drill team coming down 4th Avenue as we're awaiting some of the first parade units. I think here comes the end of the motorcycle drill team working their way past us. Thank you. Thank you for your service. And that means the parade is following. Here they come down 4th Avenue.
And we're starting off right there with the SPD support vehicle and Crime Stoppers of Puget Sound vehicle. Maybe that phone number looks familiar to you on the top of that, or the front of that vehicle, that 77 tips. That's because Crime Stoppers has solved close to 2 million felony cases and recovered over $12 billion of drugs and stolen property through anonymous tips given through their hotline and followed up on by law enforcement.
And if the other sirens hadn't cleared you out of the street, these cars will make sure that you're not standing in the middle of 4th Avenue on, again, what turned out to be a lovely night. Still just a few clouds, but not too warm, not too cool, just perfect for a parade. Families here. I'd love to see a show of hands at some point, see how many people have been here for the last 5 or 10 or even 15 parades. A lot of folks have, and we're so glad that they are.
That's one of my favorite things about this event, too, is that you come out here and you see many generations of one family, grandparents telling their grandkids when they were out here along 4th Avenue, sharing the time with their family also. And I got to admit, I have a soft spot for the Alaska Airlines hats.
Yeah. Yes, we all have. Seattle Police, again, well represented. We should mention the chief is in the parade tonight.
Yes.
We will be chatting with her, we hope, as they come down the parade route. There are a lot of SPD officers who are on patrol tonight. They are out in force. This is one of those days that nobody gets a day off. It's sort of like at KIRO. Nobody gets a day off. This is an important day.
If everybody's going to have fun, it takes a lot of work also. All right, folks, up here, you have your balloons in hand. Let's make some noise. Put them together. Good work, folks. That is fantastic.
There's the hat that you love so much.
Thank you. Boy,
correct?
nobody can make it look great. Nobody can make it look bad, right? It's
Well,
right in the middle.
It's different, all right. Harry Potter's here tonight. Welcome. You know what? As the parade moves down the street, there's a little bit of a lull comes in behind the motorcycle officers.
Mm-hmm.
Then once we get the parade banner in sight, that gives you the indication that everybody's moving this way. This probably a good time to tell you that some folks, these lucky folks right here, are all in the grandstand. They have a nice place to sit. There's the banner. It's just up the street, about a half a block from us. It'll be here in a moment. There are people that have been outside with their sofas and their lawn chairs for a day and a half to get just the right spot, maybe under a tree, maybe at a street corner, but right on the edge of the sidewalk so they can have the best view of the parade. And they've been doing it this way now for 70 years.
You know, and great for them, but also great for you at home who have been sitting on your couch all day long instead, just waiting to see these beautiful pictures that are brought to you that you can see from the comfort of your own home.
So the parade is moving toward what we like to call center point, right here at the corner of 4th and Pine, right in front of Westlake Center, being led by the opening banner. These are the Seafair ambassadors who are carrying that banner for us. Since 1989, the Seafair Ambassador Program has introduced nearly 5,000 young adults to local and international affairs, volunteerism, culture, government, and education. It promotes personal development through a mentor program, and it really is terrific because of the U.S.-Japan Cultural Awareness Programs, international travel, and homestay exchange between students from Seattle and those from Seattle's sister city of Kobe, Japan.
And on top of that, they're escorted by that cool Corvette. Not too bad. Look at all these the pace cars setting the pace and also some noise ahead of these ambassadors. All high school students who give so much of their time to contribute to their community.
Those ambassadors, high school students, Mike Azer, Angela Blodgett, Tyler Conley, Ashlyn Mackey, Sudi Tiawari, Genevieve Trimble, Connor Ward. Thank you so much, ladies, gentlemen, for all you're doing.
And the torchlights, how about that? And here we have the Joint Service Color Guard. It is led by Captain Brandon Jennings and Sergeant Major Bragg from America's First Corps. The little pace car giving an emphasis to welcoming them here right now. They represent all U.S. military services with an Army soldier carrying the U.S. national colors and one representative each from the Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard.
We have a number of military units with us tonight, including the First Corps Band and others. They are truly spectacular, and we don't have to say anything, and no one needs to be prompted. Everyone stands when the colors go by. And now for our namesake, here it is. This is the Alaska Airlines banner. We are, of course, the Alaska Airlines Seafair Torchlight Parade. Seattle's hometown airlines, Alaska Airlines. Alaska flies to 115 plus destinations all across the United States, Canada, Mexico, and all the way to Costa Rica.
And we're going to bring in here right now Shanta Hyde with the Community Relations from Alaska Airlines, as we're also getting an advanced look at the flight attendant drill team. Shanta, thank you so much for being here, first of all, and to Alaska for being the lead sponsor here for so many years. Why does Alaska pick this event in particular to get involved with?
Oh gosh, you know, Alaska's been involved with this event for more than a decade because it's really about our hometown. You know, if you look around, even in the stands, we've got a lot of Alaska friends and families. We have over 100 employees that are volunteering today. It's really about connecting with the community and just saying thank you.
And you're giving us a little insight also into hopefully, there they are, those fantastic attendant drill teams. They prove to us it's okay if you have baggage as long as you keep on dancing, right? And you're going to give us some insight into what they're wearing tonight also.
It's all about them. What I'll just say is our front line, our folks, they're amazing. We're so happy to have them there. And just a small little thing, their pill hats that they're wearing were designed by a great woman out of California. So it's all about honoring our friends and honoring our communities.
And moving what you got. Shanta, thank you so much for being here. Thank you to Alaska Airlines also.
Thank you. Enjoy the show, everyone.
Thanks, Shanta. The Alaska Airlines float, by the way, with a lot of longtime employees. Thank you to them for being here. But the drill team, they are a favorite. They're led by Jessica Eller. They're flight attendants from all over the region to be here tonight. They are going to set their suitcases aside. These people fly for Alaska. You will see these folks on your flights. They take a lot of time to practice, so we are going to give them the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, the Alaska Airlines Flight Attendant Drill Team.
Some important safety information. Your exits are located down 4th Avenue or on Pine Street. If this beautiful Seattle day takes your breath away, please don your oxygen mask and breathe normally. Fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal clip into the buckle, and hold on tight. It's time for tonight's in-flight entertainment. Thank you for flying your hometown airline, Alaska Airlines. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the parade.
Alaska Airlines Flight Attendant Drill Team. So Steve, after a performance like that, all about safety, all about dancing, all about carry-ons, how do you follow that? How on earth? Well, you bring out a giant Zamboni.
Sure you
I think
do.
that's the only way
and
you
you
follow
talk about hip checking into the boards. You talk hockey. That's what you talk about.
That's right, and walking with this Grand Marshal Zamboni are youth hockey players from the Seattle Juniors, Snow King Youth Hockey, and Washington Wild teams. Oh, and they have some dance moves of their own. My goodness. Somebody's going to have to do some laundry tonight. That is the future of hockey in Seattle right there.
Good to see you, my friend. Oh, were we on?
Oh.
We weren't supposed to see that. Hi.
I kiss you on the forehead.
Todd, yes. Todd Lywicki is the Grand Marshal. I have known Todd since his days with the Seahawks. It is so great to see you. It's so great to have you back in town. First of all, how much fun is it to be a Grand Marshal?
Yeah, it's cool, and I get to see you, and I haven't seen you in a while, all right? And so, man, there's so many awesome fans, and representing our 32,000 depositors, it's all good.
Talk about hockey. The one thing that I keep hearing, people keep saying, what's going to be the new team's name?
Well, that's why I want to have lunch with you, because you're one of the smartest guys I know, and we're still not sure yet.
Yeah, that's right. It's been a great time so far setting this up, right? And you're just starting.
Yeah, and the arena's going to be spectacular. People think it's a rehab. It's not. Totally new arena under a historic roof. It's going to be awesome. And we're going to go some games, Rabes.
Love you, brother.
See you, pal.
Congratulations.
Everybody at home may be feeling a little verklempt after that show of affection between Todd and Steve. So as we grab our Kleenexes, we're going to take a little bit of a break, and we'll be right back with the Alaska Airlines Seafair Torchlight Parade.
You're watching the Alaska Airlines Torchlight Parade, presented by Home Street Bank. On KIRO 7 News in the morning, we're live with breaking news first.
Here is the one causing the mess. This is a semi-truck that jackknifed over from southbound I-5.
Local, with important updates on stories where you live.
Let me take you through hour by hour what this system will look like.
And in-depth every day, with reporters that dig deeper to give you more information.
And as we get that information, we're going to bring it to you right here on KIRO 7.
Give us 15 minutes, and we'll get you ready.
Let me help you get around this backup.
KIRO 7 News in the morning, weekdays 4:30 to 7.
Papa John's new Picks for 6 menu of quality items lets you build your perfect meal. Like a medium pizza and wings, or just pizza and more pizza. Pick 2 for $6 each. Only at Papa John's.
I think freedom and financial stability go hand in hand. The hardest part of getting from point A to point B is that how are you going to get there? Budgeting your money isn't always the easiest thing, but by using the KeyBank mobile app and seeing where your money's being spent on a regular basis, it allows you to establish the amount of money that you can put towards different things. And that's more money that you can spend on things that you care about.
Make financial progress with KeyBank. Use the red key.
It's the Honda Summer Spectacular event. That means more euphoric feelings that come from getting a great deal on a Honda CR-V or HR-V. Or from getting a Pilot or Passport. All part of 2019's best SUV brand. Hurry in today and experience the joy for yourself.
Get a great deal on the Honda CR-V, part of 2019's best SUV brand, at the Honda Summer Spectacular event.
It's all about quality of service. Service on 3. 1, 2, 3. Service! I'm Bobby Wagner, GM of Beacon Plumbing. Stop freaking. Call Beacon.
You're watching the Alaska Airlines Torchlight Parade, presented by Home Street Bank.
Welcome back to the Alaska Airlines Torchlight Parade. Gasworks Park isn't just home to the biggest July 4th fireworks display in the Northwest, which Seafair brings us every year. It is also a top destination year-round for its sweeping views of the Seattle skyline and Lake Union.
And on the left-hand side of your screen, who you are seeing right now is Indigenous Placemakers. The vision for tonight's unit is to broaden relationships among and between Native and non-Native peoples, to strengthen cultural identities, understanding, respect, collaboration, and awareness of cultural ways. You can see they have brought the youngest and the oldest among them to pass along that message.
This is one of the great joys of Seafair, the diversity of our community, and we celebrate that.
And the diversity of this community as well. This unit represents over 85 of the 360 total tribal groups living in the greater Seattle region. Go, little man! You go! Oh, are you kidding me?
Wait a minute, that's my line.
Look at him just commanding 4th Avenue. Fantastic. And that vehicle also honoring their veteran warriors and elders.
You will see tonight representatives from many, many diverse cultures in our community. And again, so glad that we're a part of that, along with you. Now moving toward our location. You know what? Seafair Camp started a couple of days ago. Huskies go to camp next week. Football, even though it's August, is in the air. And where else do you love to be on a Saturday than anywhere near Montlake? And get a load of this. The UW Marching Band and Cheer Squad. This is their 41st consecutive Torchlight Parade. This is the alumni varsity band. They perform every year for the Husky football team's home opener, 120 current and former members. They performed all over the world. Dr. Brad McDavid is the director of athletic bands, Husky band drum major, Denali Cornell. Here they come, the Husky Marching Band. Santana would be proud. Tell me these guys don't work hard.
I know. They're making me tired.
The tubas.
Right.
This is why you grow up to play the clarinet and not the tuba.
There he is, earning it right there.
Pay the band extra. They stayed on TV a little longer than we thought they were going to.
They had moves to show.
Well, they did. You're going to be tired by the time they get to Pioneer Square.
I know my back hurts just watching that. Go Huskies. And right behind them, the Jefferson County Rhododendron Festival. And ladies and gentlemen, the Jefferson County Rhododendron Festival is proud to bring you Queen Mary, Princess Kaylee, and Princess Ellie as they present the greatest roadie. And they are doing those moves as they're on a moving vehicle. That takes a whole different kind of talent right there. The Roadie Festival is celebrated each year on the third weekend in May. Many of you have gone. This is the royalty from that.
As the roadies move on, into view comes the Filipino Youth Activities Drill Team, FYA. Here they come. This is the 60th anniversary this year. Formed back in 1959 to drive and develop a positive cultural identity for local youth to learn about Filipino heritage. This is a large group. They work very, very hard. They learn about history and language and culture, customs and traditions and family values. This is the nation's only Filipino-American drill team, 100% volunteer nonprofit organization. Nicely done. This nonprofit organization for youth regardless of age, gender, religion, ethnicity, cultural creed, or sexual orientation. The Filipino Youth Activities Drill Team.
And coming up right behind them, King County Sheriff Mitzi Johanknick. And you are born and raised in King County. This is truly your community. How does it feel to be out here?
It's great to be out here tonight and enjoy all the wonderful bands and floats and everything out here. It's a great night to be out.
Do you have memories of growing up and seeing seafarers?
I remember my mom and dad bringing us down, all 5 kids down to watch the parade.
And look at you, now you're riding in this car. Great to see you, Sheriff. Have a good night.
Thank you, good night.
Following right behind the sheriff is the King County Sheriff's Honor Guard. They've been honoring fallen officers for over 45 years, providing service for deputies and their families in the event of a death in the line of duty. Carrying the Stars and Stripes, along with the flag of King County Sheriff, as they pass by, all rise to their feet.
They quite often have a somber honor and an important one. Thank them all for their service as well. And right behind them, Seattle Mayor Jenny Durkin.
Hello, Mayor. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Hello, Seattle.
You are a Seattle girl. You grew up around Seafair, right? This has got to be fun.
It is so fun. Happy Seafair, everybody. No better city anywhere. Best celebration. Enjoy the night.
Mayor, can you talk about the importance of events like this to our city?
You know, this is so important. You see families, kids of every ages, grandparents coming together just for fun. It's a fantastic event that we have here. The weather cooperated, not too hot, not raining. It's a great thing.
And you've got a beautiful vet that you're riding in. I'm jealous.
I think I got to keep the car. What do you say, folks? Yeah.
Mayor, thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much, and thanks to everybody else.
Now that is a perk of the mayor's office we did not know about.
Wow.
And right behind the mayor, we have the Seattle Police Honor Guard. They were actually formed back in 1932 as the marching drill team. It's one of the nation's oldest active units there, with over 75 years of service.
The unit consists of 20 members, officers from all over the police department. And again, we'd like to thank them for their service.
And out here taking some selfies right now, We have Chief Carmen Best working the crowd. How's it feel to be out here tonight?
Great, Monique. Thank you very much.
And what are you carrying around in that bag with you?
A little bit of candy for the kids.
Oh, you're bribing people's affection tonight.
Whatever works.
How has it been tonight to be in the middle of this community, these floats, this parade?
It is absolutely wonderful. So exciting. The crowd has been enthusiastic and supportive, and it's just a great night to be in Seattle. Absolutely wonderful.
Wonderful to see your smile and your leadership out here, Chief.
Thank you very much.
Have a great night.
You too.
I feel safer knowing the Chief of Police is walking among us, along with any number of other officers.
Armed with candy.
Yes. Not lethal, but will definitely slow you in your tracks if you eat enough of it.
Would work on me.
And now, the Seattle Pipes and Drums. Pipes and drums of law enforcement, especially for those who have given their lives in the line of duty.
And all members of this band are active or retired police officers.
Something about the sound of bagpipes that just kind of slow you in your tracks for just a moment. Say hi to the Seafair Parade Marshal. This is Chuck Strohr, a parade marshal for 55 years. Congratulations, Chuck. Marshals do so much in the planning and logistics for Seafair. They also help out the Marysville Strawberry Festival, the Daffodil Festival, Leavenworth's Autumn Leaf Festival. Busy, busy folks. We
Lots of
appreciate their being
festivals.
here. Yep.
And right behind him, we have the Penticton Peach Festival Society. They are getting back to their roots. Now, the name Penticton is actually derived from the Okanagan language, meaning a place to stay forever. And Queen Brooklyn and Princesses Sarah and Naya, they want you to visit them. And you still have time because that festival is still in front of us. So many of the people that we'll see today, this is kind of the crowning event at the end of their season. Well, the Penticton Peach Festival, it is from August 7th to the 11th. So you can check out what that is about.
Here's a familiar sight all around the Northwest. The North Queens Drill Team. So glad that they're with us. The 2019 Seattle All-City Drill Team champions. They're from Linwood. Ages 18 to 20. They practice year-round. They were formed in 1959, one of the area's oldest drill teams. My insteps hurt now. Drill Mistress Kim Looney, Assistant Drill Master Pat Looney, Captain Destiny Harris. Let's watch and listen for a moment. That's the North Queens drill team. Again, a fixture here at the Seafair Torchlight Parade. And once again, moving into our television area for all to see and hear, the Seattle Firefighters, pipes and drums. So the Seattle Fire pipes and drums, as they move on. I will hurry out to the street because I believe Chief Scoggins is working his way along. Here he is, right here. Chief, how are you? Good to see you. Having fun so far?
Having a great time.
Now, I have climbed this ladder truck before to talk to you. This time you're down here on the street. That's much easier on me.
It's a little bit easier.
How about for you?
I'm enjoying the walk, talking to people.
And what are you hearing from the folks?
You know, a lot of support.
Yeah.
A lot of support from the community for the fire department.
They are amazing in what they do each and every day. We are proud of all of you. We thank you for your service. And would you thank them for us?
Absolutely. We're blessed to have the firefighters that we have here serving this community and many other communities. So I try to thank them every day, but it's so wonderful when they hear it from the community. And thank you.
Chief, thanks.
All right.
Chief Harold Scoggins, everybody. I'll tell you, it was quite the climb to get up onto that truck here a couple of years ago to talk to the chief. I'm not as young as I used to be. I don't think I was ever very young now that I think about it. Oh, Monique, we're gonna fix your microphone, Monique, because there's something wrong with it. Meantime, I'm gonna work my way out here while you go ahead and get that exchanged. Oh, Queen Alcyone. Hi, Kim. How are you? Kim Holcomb, everybody. Queen Alcyone. I get to talk to her. You can keep moving, sir. I'll walk right along with you because we get in trouble if we stop the parade. So let's just keep moving. What's it like to be a queen?
This is the most amazing experience to be here tonight and to see all of these beautiful, happy people out. It's like the best I've ever felt here in Seattle. It's incredible.
You've been around now for a while. You get the kids with you. Have they ever seen you with a crown on before?
No, and they will mock me mercilessly for the rest of our lives. Yeah.
Well, you're from around here. I mean, you've been here a long time. You understand the importance of Seafair. What's it like to be a part of this, a part of the parade?
It's a true honor. I am as obsessed with Seattle and the Pacific Northwest as the day I moved here, and so to be a part of the history and this incredible event that represents so much to so many people here, there are no words for how great it is.
Kim, congratulations. Enjoy the rest of the trip.
So. Thank you, Steve.
Okay. Kim Holcomb, our Queen Alcyone.
And she is not the only royalty that we have here tonight. Look at this man wearing the heck out of his crown. He's not shy. Rich Gray, King Neptune right here, cheering himself on. Tell us about what your favorite part is of being King Neptune.
Oh my God, I get to be a part of this history of the city, this legacy that Seafair has created. It's been a dream. Every second has been fun.
So many people know you as a composer, as a performer in this area. How does it feel to just be you and be the king?
Well, I get to be king to Kim's queen. That's pretty awesome. So
That's a pretty high bar that you...
Yeah, exactly.
Wonderful. Have a great night tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
And as you finish, Monique, I'll just jump right in. Hey, Rich, congratulations. I get to talk to more royalty. I love talking to people who wear crowns. Andrea Diaz. Congratulations, Miss Seafair.
Thank you so much. I'm truly honored to be a part of Seafair 70th Summer.
Are you enjoying your ride down the street?
Yes, it's really classy. I feel really special today.
What does Miss Seafair do?
Miss Seafair has the opportunity to represent Seafair as an organization, thus Seattle as a city, and it's truly such a blessing.
You grew up in Olympia, but you know all about Seafair, right?
Yes, I got to grow up in a city very similar to Seattle, so not too much distance.
Andrea, congratulations to you. It's a full year that you have things to do as Miss Seafair, yes?
Mainly in the summer, but sporadically in the winter as well.
Have a great time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
What an impressive Miss Seafair she is. You know, she's a double major in criminal justice with an emphasis in social justice. You all may be feeling I don't know, like you don't quite know very much or contribute very much once you hear her resume.
You're talking about me.
You know what? You can make it up, Steve. So can everybody at home. With this trivia question, if you know the answer to this, tonight's first trivia question is presented by the Tacoma Mall Giant RV Sale. Here we go. Which airplane did a barrel roll for the first time at the 1955 Seafair Gold Cup? A, Blue Angels F-18. B, Fat Albert. C, Tomahawk. D, Boeing Dash 80. Your answer coming up when the Alaska Airlines Torchlight Parade continues.
You're watching the Alaska Airlines Torchlight Parade, presented by Home Street Bank.
Hey, word on the street is ARCO optimizes your fuel economy.
For real?
Yeah.
Now that's street smart.
Ayo!
ARCO optimizes your fuel economy.
What'd I do?
Home Street Bank is proud to sponsor Seafair.
You're literally flying a 7,000-pound piece of highly engineered equipment, almost trying to wreck the boat to win the race. If you're not trying to wreck the boat, you're not pushing it to the limit.
And he flips down the back
And that's what racing is all about. You have to race on the edge, you have to live on the edge, and as a driver, you have to push the boat to the limits.
Up for anything? Nissan is. And Nissan SUVs have advanced tech to help guide you to the perfect spot. Stay connected. And take any trail. Nissan SUVs, up for whatever you are. For a limited time, get $2,000 bonus cash on select 2019 Nissan SUVs.
It's the flashback sale at Mattress Firm, where you can enjoy some of our most bodacious deals. We're celebrating the year we were founded with a special price from 1986. A Sleepy's Queen mattress for just $169. Talk about a rad offer. Plus, save up to $400 on throwback deals. But hurry in, these awesome blast from the past savings won't last forever. Your budget stretches further at Mattress Firm.
You know ARCO gas helps improve engine performance? Who said? I heard it through the grapevine.
It's true. And your girlfriend's cheating on you.
ARCO helps improve engine performance.
You're watching the Alaska Airlines Torchlight Parade, presented by Home Street Bank.
And welcome back to the Alaska Airlines Torchlight Parade. The I-90 floating bridge, a popular spot for folks to watch the Blue Angels show every August. It also carries 49 million vehicles every year in both directions.
And as you see the Alaska Airlines airplane balloon, let's go back to that first trivia question tonight. Which airplane did a barrel roll for the first time in the 1955 Seafair Gold Cup? The Blue Angels F-18, Fat Albert, Tomahawk, or Boeing Dash 80? The answer there, D, the Boeing Dash 80. That was the prototype for Boeing 707, a commercial jet. And the move by pilot Tex Johnston stunned the crowd. It was a surprise even to Boeing President William Allen, who was showing the jet to potential customers for the first time. It's going a little faster than this balloon is right now.
That's right, but it is a 737 balloon. 15 Alaska Airlines employees are tethered to this thing to keep it from taking off. It is fun, it is exciting, and it's a lot of work to move this all the way down the course. But thanks to Alaska Airlines, again, our sponsor for the Seafair Torchlight Parade.
And right on the heels of that balloon, we have the Sea Wolves rugby team. This very petite group of guys, they are the newest professional sports team in Seattle.
Whoa!
They are back-to-back Major League Rugby champions. And that makes them the first Seattle sports team to ever win back-to-back championships.
Now those guys, that's tough. Football players wear equipment. These guys are tough.
Yeah. One of those guys comes running at me. I just say no thanks.
I'm running the other direction. I don't know about you. Here comes the Pacific Drum Alliance. A vintage drum line, been entertaining the Northwest since 1984. The members are drum and bugle corps, world champion drummers, music educators, music professionals, and students. And you know, I'm an amateur drummer, so I kind of fancy myself walking along with these folks.
We'll get out there and march.
Not on your life. Not on a bet. These guys can actually play.
You can't quite play air drum, can you? You have to play.
You got to actually put the sticks in your hands and play. That's right.
And right behind them, the Marysville Strawberry Festival. And they are actually getting technical with their theme this year. Hashtag Marysville, Washington. They're trying to promote their festival and community statewide. And this is how they're doing it. On top of that float, that's Queen Natalia and Princess Jill. And they're accompanied by the selfie-taking strawberry. That's what that strawberry does right there with the camera right in back of it. How about that?
I got you. It's colorful, I'll give you that. I love me some strawberries too. They're great. Right behind the Strawberry Festival, coming down the street, you'll recognize it. It is the national champion and Seafair champion. There it's coming into view, the Miss Home Street Bank hydroplane, piloted by one Jimmy Shane. I had a chance to sit down and talk with Jimmy just a couple of days ago. Hear what he has to say about driving that boat and being a champion.
I joke, but there is a lot of pressure when it comes to that race weekend. You have to perform.
His resume speaks for itself.
I am more focused and dedicated than I ever have been in this sport as my role as a driver for the Miss Home Street. And the season could not have started out any better.
Five-time H1 champion Jimmy Shane returns to Seafair on Sunday with redemption on his mind after a disappointing finish last season.
2018 was very challenging. Learned a lot. We also learned some lessons that we didn't want to repeat, like getting a penalty in the final heat at Seafair when you have the fastest boat, and that was a tough pill to swallow.
Tough lessons to learn in front of a hometown crowd, but Jimmy Shane fully understands the risk and reward it takes to win the Cup.
That I feel like I do a very good job of balancing pushing risk and pushing things to the limit, and then that's what racing is all about. You have to race on the edge, you have to live on the edge, and as a driver you have to push the boat to the limits. When people exceed those limits, that's when you get that thrill of a blowover.
But racing aside, Jimmy knows he's here for a bigger purpose.
I feel it's partly my job too to help bring the awareness of the sport back, and by doing and accomplishing these goals, hopefully the younger generation is going to latch on to this and realize what a unique motorsport this is. What people really need to come down and see is that community involvement of the sport and how we reach out to not only the generations that have seen this for years and years, but when you see and come back to the dock and you see a young kid and their eyes just light up that they just watched a boat run 200 miles an hour, it's something that they will remember for a very long time. And all we need to do, we need to continue to try to get the word out.
Jimmy Shane, hydro champion.
The national champ team for the past 4 years straight. That's more recent history. Let's go back a little further now with tonight's second trivia question presented by the Tacoma Mall Giant RV Sale. Since the 1950s, what were the only years that Blue Angels missed the Seafair? A, 94, 95, and 2013. B, 68, 71, and 2013. Or C, 1967 and 2013. Your answer coming up when the Alaska Airlines Torchlight Parade returns.
You're watching the Alaska Airlines Torchlight Parade, presented by Home Street Bank.
Beacon Plumbing is all about the community, from the hydroplanes
And Miss Beacon Plumbing wins the
to helping feed the community and employing the community. From everyone at Beacon Plumbing, thank you, Seattle. Stop freaking, call Beacon.
It's an exciting time at Kia with great products. Get great deals on vehicles loaded with advanced technology features, like the 2019 Sorento Sportage or Forte with brake assist system, or the 2019 Stinger and Optima, both with blind spot collision warning, all with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Ooh, I like this one.
You, sir, have great taste. He's taken. For a limited time, get 0% APR for 66 months on select models at Kia's summer sales event. Head to your local Kia dealer today.
Think you have an idea of who a USAA member is? You might be surprised. The fact is, every one of these people is a USAA member. Some served a short time, some enlisted decades ago, and some have family who've served. If you, your spouse, or parent have ever served, you could be eligible for USAA's award-winning financial services. Start your membership with an insurance quote today.
When you have doctors working as a team for your health, you get the care you need to help you thrive. We're Kaiser Permanente, and we're here to care for everybody in Washington. Visit kp.org/HelloWashington to learn more.
It's all about quality of service. Service on 3. 1, 2, 3. Service! I'm Bobby Wagner, GM of Beacon Plumbing. Stop freaking. Call Beacon.
You're watching the Alaska Airlines Torchlight Parade, presented by Home Street Bank.
And welcome back to the Alaska Airlines Torchlight Parade. Green Lake, one of Seattle's most beloved parks, located right in the center of a dense urban neighborhood and draws thousands of people daily from all over the city.
All right, let's get back to that trivia question we asked you before the break, which was, what were the only years that the Blue Angels missed Seafair since the 1950s? And the answer there is A, 1994, 95, and 2013. Now, the Blue Angels skipped in 94 and 95 because the Federal Aviation Administration denied their performance waiver, complaining that the Angels flew too low over houses and spectator areas. So after a 2-year hiatus and record low crowds at Seafair, the FAA approved the Blue Angels flight plan in 1996. And the only other missed year, that was 2013, that was because of federal budget cuts. That trivia question coming from the Tacoma Mall Giant RV Sale.
And now the Korean Association, the ceremonial walk of royal family.
Boy, those are beautiful.
This is the 52nd anniversary of the Seattle, Washington State Korean Association, representing over 180,000 Korean Americans living in the Pacific Northwest.
This right here, as you can probably guess, is a traditional Korean percussion team. Playing those drums with those amazing outfits on as well as they surround their king and queen. And those are not drums. Instead, that is Taekwondo. You will recognize that as a Korean traditional martial arts that emphasizes those dynamic high kicks. So much colorful pageantry involved in that.
Great part of our community. From the community of Portland, just coming into view, the Royal Rosarians, ambassadors of goodwill for the City of Roses, Portland, Oregon. They've been in this role, not each one of these people, since 1912, but the group together since 1912. All volunteer organization, thousands of hours to the community each and every year. Their message for you, a rose in Portland grows. Very cool. Here's Jeff Hunt from Capitol Lake Fair, who's with us on a Corvette.
He's getting really good at that wave.
He really is.
He has it down. And there is a Capitol Lake Fair that he represents so well, celebrating 62 years of giving back to the community. And their theme this year is Cut Loose at Lake Fair. They're living up to the name right there. That is Queen Emma Walden, Princess Eleanor Kim, and Princess Ruby Roebuck.
Capitol Lake Fair is an active year-round with their commitment to supporting the community, including Little Red Schoolhouse, Arts Walk, Harbor Days, and Hands-On Children's Museum, just to name a few. Capitol Lake Fair, 62 years of giving back to their community.
Oh, I think everybody recognizes these folks.
Oh, yeah.
The faces look familiar. The name is a little different this year, Steve, as you know.
Yep.
These are the 2019 Seahawks Dancers. And that guy, I recognize him a little bit, too. They are the Seahawks Dancers now because we now have 29 women and 8 men who make up this squad.
These guys and gals are working hard out here tonight, and they will be as well on the 8th for the Seahawks opening preseason game against the Denver Broncos. And of course, going hand in hand with the Seahawks dancers, Blue Thunder.
This is where your smile gets broader, but your hearing gets worse.
It just would not be Sunday without all these guys. I mean, it's like family. We're all down on the sidelines before the game. They're all playing. Tama right there, our Seahawk mascot, leads the team out onto the field. Pirates come by yet. You'll think, Neff, here in just a couple of minutes.
My goodness.
How about the Greater Seattle Chinese Chamber of Commerce coming into view now? Their float brings you the golden statue of a dancing fairy from world-renowned UNESCO site in the Dunhuang Grottos along the ancient Silk Road.
Boy, again, the colors and the costumes we are seeing tonight are just amazing. You can just imagine how much time and effort goes into not just performing tonight, but getting ready and putting all of this together for the evening.
These are the dancers associated with the float, which will be coming by in just a moment. And in fact, here comes the float right now. Magnificent. The ferry is inspired from the cave paintings done in the Tang Dynasty, depicting Buddhism when it was introduced to China from India.
That settles it. I am uncoordinated after seeing that. My goodness.
The goal is to bring peace and harmony to the world, if only, and we so do wish. And we certainly thank the Dance Academy and the Greater Seattle Chinese Chamber of Commerce. Just beautiful.
Gorgeous. And right behind them, coming up behind that beautiful rainbow display, Peace and Harmony, we have the Seattle Chinese Girls Drill Team. They were the idea of the legendary Ruby Chow and a girls group called the Chiettes. Look at these young ladies. There are 40 girls involved, ages 11 to 19. And those ornate uniforms, they're replicas of the Chinese opera imperial warriors. Handmade, silk and satin, 7,000 beads. Each of those uniforms weighs over 8 pounds. You can see their leader there with those beautiful feathers. Those are pheasant feathers worn by the officers of the team. Wow, precision, grace, beauty, strength. Quite a display. And this is their 67th year. All volunteer, nonprofit organization.
Now debuting this year, the Seattle Chinatown Dragon Team, first year with this brand new Southern style dragon from China. Holy smokes, wait till you see this coming. Here we go. 150 feet long, 14 pole positions, a team of over 120 to operate it. The head alone weighs 70 pounds. The dragon represents good fortune in ancient China and was the symbol of the emperor's power. I think they just spelled out KIRO.
They're better spellers
I think that's
than
what
that,
they said. Look at what it takes to make this dragon just literally come alive.
That is how you make. That is how you debut. They just schooled us on that.
And the next group of dragon carriers are waiting to take over, and it's like Todd Lightwicky's hockey team. They change on and run.
They have a few more teeth, though, I think.
I think here they come.
Nice exchange.
And there goes the dragon to bring good fortune and life-saving rains as well. It's in the perfect spot here in the Northwest.
Let's hope it holds off for another couple hours.
Seattle Chinatown Dragon Team.
Oh, this looks familiar. It's a little quieter than we're used to.
Yes.
We get a little better look at it as well. This is the Boeing Blue Angel balloon. Of course, also reminding you that the air show is coming up the first weekend in August.
This is an FA-18 Hornet, the Blue Angels balloon, guided by a talented team from the Boeing Company. A Seafair partner since the very beginning. That first festival, did we mention 70 years ago? If we haven't, we'll mention it again. Look at this balloon. They think of what they have to do to get under the street lights, to get under the wires that cross 4th Avenue. They can let it now out on the tethers.
Fly.
We have both flown in a real Blue Angels jet. This is a little more my speed now.
Yeah, my stomach is still recovering from the real thing. You know, just a second ago we were talking about the Seattle Chinatown Dragon maybe bringing life-giving rains.
Yes.
Let's talk about the timing of that. Let's hold off those life-giving rains for a little bit. We'll get back to the action in just a minute here at the Alaska Airlines Seafair Torchlight Parade. But as we talk about rains, let's look at tonight's forecast with meteorologist Claire Anderson. So far, so good, Claire.
Well, it's been a beautiful evening for the Torchlight Parade. Temperatures when the parade started in the mid to low 70s will continue to cool through this evening. A mix of sun and clouds, those north winds right around 10 to 20 miles per hour. But dry conditions continue tonight and into tomorrow. We're looking at even warmer temperatures heading into Sunday with those highs in the upper 70s, even some low 80s. Morning clouds to afternoon sunshine and low 80s for Monday. Highs in the upper 70s for the middle of the week. We'll have more from the Torchlight Parade coming up.
You're watching the Alaska Airlines Torchlight Parade, presented by Home Street Bank.
This region is changing so much, and that impacts all of us.
So one of the things I hope that we bring here is a sense of continuity.
We are tracking new leads in the investigation.
A sense of experience, and a sense that we know the people who live here.
Thank you for everything that you've done.
It's what we do.
We want to give you all of the information, all of the knowledge about the events that are going on around you so that you feel prepared to take action.
The Great American RV Roadshow Super Sale ends Sunday night at the Tacoma Dome. Shop and save on top name coaches, trailers, fifth wheels, and more. Your dollar goes further at the Great American RV Roadshow Super Sale ends Sunday night at the Tacoma Dome.
It's time appliances had a personality. Yours. Introducing Cafe, the customizable appliance. Cafe, distinct by design.
Earn up to $1,600 on select cafe suites when you customize your appliances according to your style. Visit Albert Lee Appliance today.
Loyalty is a two-way street. You take care of the people who take care of you. With best-in-class towing, best-in-class torque, the most awards, and then you give them even more. Hurry in to discover for yourself why more people are switching to Ram than ever before during the Ram Summer Clearance Event.
Get 0% financing for 72 months on 2018 Ram 2500 or 3500 models.
All City Fence is proud to support our military service members and veterans for their unselfish commitment to the protection of our country. We salute you. All City Fence, supporting our military service members and veterans right here in Puget Sound since 1953.
You're watching the Alaska Airlines Torchlight Parade, presented by Home Street Bank.
As you look at the Latin dancing horses on the left side of your screen, a reminder that we welcome you back to the Alaska Airlines Torchlight Parade. The Ballard Locks, a popular attraction for tourists in Seattle, native Seattleites alike. They draw more than 1 million visitors every year, and they carry more boat traffic than any other lock in the United States.
Now let's concentrate on these dancing horses.
Oh, beautiful.
My goodness. Now, the Latin Dancing Horses of Washington, they're a nonprofit organization, and they focus on the rehabilitation of horses that have been neglected or abused, and not only in our state, but also throughout the Pacific Northwest. Now, get this, as you are looking at this amazing performance, what they've managed to teach these horses to do, the connection between the riders and the horses themselves, all of the horses that you see here tonight in the Torchlight Parade, they have all been rescued and rehabilitated. They went from neglect to this.
To being in a parade.
And just beautiful.
Yes.
Absolutely gorgeous animals.
And the beautiful costumes worn by their riders tonight, again, letting us know that they are of Latin derivation. These dancing horses, this foundation here in Washington, just beautiful. And this is a rather large group as we see them moving down the street. Also part of the Latin Dancing Horse Foundation. These little folks who know how their way around the lasso. Jumping through hoops. We do that on a daily basis. Look at those riders.
They do all that, and they have 2 left feet.
Look at those
left
riders. You know what? And my wife Sharon rides horses.
Oh, I've heard
and
this.
she will tell you that these riders can make those horses respond just by a little pressure from a knee on one side of the horse or the other. And the horse will turn or move These are very skilled horse people, and those horses are so finely trained.
And again, these are rehabilitated horses. Imagine all the work that goes into gaining their trust and then their obedience and discipline to be able to perform like this. It is amazing.
Beautiful, just beautiful. So as the Latin Dancing Horse Foundation of Washington moves past, Monique will move into position. Talk to the 2019 Seafair board chair.
Who could not be more happy that there is a cleanup crew.
Yeah, right there.
These horses.
Exactly.
I'm going to talk to the current Seafair chairman of the board, Michael Kim, right now. Michael, it is so good to see you out here tonight. You know, 70 years of Seafair in this city. You have to really blend innovation with tradition. Tell us how this year's Seafair is going to be different and yet consistent with yours.
Well, I have to tell you, the chair's only job is really to take care of the weather. I'm bringing back a 70-year-old tradition. Morgan Palmer, are you listening? Just two things. Interns, blood sacrifices. That's it.
Blood sacrifices. Nobody listened to this guy. How did he get his job? Have a great night tonight.
Oh, my. Thank you, Michael. Again, somebody else that gets to ride on a Corvette that's not named Steve or Monique. Here comes the Boeing salute to the military. As we mentioned earlier, one of the wonderful parts of Seafair tradition is our association with the military. First Corps Band, along with members of the First Corps from JBLN. Thank you for your service, one and all.
Now, Steve, we want to talk to Private First Class Aaron Alyssa, who was selected this year's First Corps Soldier of the Year. This was a distinction that you earned after a grueling week-long competition. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, ma'am. It consists of all the basic fundamentals, marksmanship, a physical aspects as far as a ruck march, a mental aspect as far as an exam and a board. So it kind of encompasses everything that the Army has to offer. So
impressive and exhausting. Hopefully you are just enjoying relaxing tonight and taking in all of this applause from this community. Thank you so
much.
Thank you for your service.
As the military continues by, First Corps NCO of the Year, Staff Sergeant Alexander Miller. Thank you for your service, sir. Their priority, they're prepared to deploy, fight, and win. And that's what we love about our military.
And you're looking right now at Colonel Jeffrey Sabatine, enlisted in the Utah Army National Guard in June of 1987. That's when it all began. He joins us tonight. He currently serves as the Chief of Staff for the Washington Military Department. And he is decorated and followed up right there by Chief of Staff Major Joseph Bauman. Actually, that is Colonel Mark Giraldi, excuse me.
Major Cody Hardenberg from the U.S. Marine Recruiting Station here in Seattle. See, kids, if you eat your vegetables, you grow up big and strong and look just like that in a uniform.
There's a whole lot of work in between
There's
there.
a whole lot of vegetables in there, too.
I've had my broccoli, and I wouldn't look like that. This is more of what I look like after I eat my broccoli right here. This is the Washington State Fair float. The biggest party in the state they're representing. From agriculture to the amazing concerts, this float celebrates the talents from every corner of our state.
Oh, my.
Ready for the scones?
Yes, that's right.
How about that? August 30th to September 22nd.
That's the Puyallup right there. And now, coming up, the Seattle Chinese American Chamber of Commerce, presenting the Fighting Lions of the Han Dynasty during the Three Kingdoms period of China. And this is another dragon. Actually, it's two.
Three
facing off.
As a symbol of strength and courage.
You know, this legacy has been passed down for some 2,000 years.
Yeah. That Three Kingdoms period of China they represent, I had to look that up, from 220 to 280 AD.
Now we're talking a little more my speed right here, friends.
You wish.
I know. so much I wish. The inaugural Seafair Classic Car Show taking place Seafair weekend right there along the shore of Lake Washington, right by the hydro pits. These magnificent classic collector cars. I know we love our electric cars these days that just make the sound of a sewing machine. There is something about this sound that anyone over 50, that'd be me by a long shot, we just love that sound.
Oh boy. There's a part 2 for you right there.
You know, this is going to be part of Thunder Alley, which is that section of Lake Washington Boulevard right beside the pits, not far from the start-finish line of the hydro races. And they will fire these motors up about the same time they fire up the classic hydroplane motors.
Oh my gosh.
So the sound of tradition will be all around Lake Washington.
And your heart will be all aflutter.
Oh, I will be in love.
You know, speaking of noise, how about the Seafair Pirates, huh? We need to remind you to fire up the KIRO 7 app for an exclusive look at this parade from our live pirate cam. Now, when the Seafair Pirates get moving, we will catch every step of the way. You can download the KIRO 7 app on your smart TV to enjoy more exclusive content where and when you want it. And we will be right back.
You're watching the Alaska Airlines Torchlight Parade, presented by Home Street Bank.
A gigantic RV sale is going on now at the Tacoma Mall parking lot. Dozens of manufacturers will be represented, guaranteeing you a great selection. Both new and used Class A's and Class C's, gas and diesel. It's your chance to save on bank-owned RVs. Financing as low as 3.99%. We'll pay top dollar for your trade. Kick your summer into high gear with this once-in-a-lifetime sale. You'll see the giant selection from the freeway. This gigantic RV sale is going on now at the Tacoma Mall.
Is your 9 to 5 getting you all worked up? Roll into a new game where you call the shots. You raise the bet. You make the moves. It's time to let luck rule tonight. Snoqualmie Casino. Minutes away in a world apart.
This is Matt and Rachel, and this is the few minutes they have until nap time is over. This is Rachel depositing a check without leaving the house.
Have you seen my debit card?
This is Rachel turning off her debit card. And back on again. This is your right here, right now bank. This is Wells Fargo.
Most people think a button is just a button. That a speaker is just a speaker. Or that the journey can't be the destination. Most people haven't driven a Lincoln.
Discover the Lincoln approach to craftsmanship at the Lincoln Summer Invitation. For a limited time, lease a Lincoln MKC for $369 a month or choose 0% APR, only at your Lincoln dealer.
You're watching the Alaska Airlines Torchlight Parade, presented by Home Street Bank.
And welcome back to the Alaska Airlines Torchlight Parade. You know, Gasworks Park isn't just the home to the biggest 4th of July fireworks display in the Northwest, which Seafair brings us every year, and we had right here on KIRO 7. It's also a top destination year-round for its views of the Seattle skyline and Lake Union.
And bumping down the street right now, the float from the Daffodil Festival. They're celebrating its 86th year with the theme of A Heart for Service, representing so much of the sentiment behind so many groups here tonight. And that float, it is beaming with sunshine with their royalty on top. And the royalty will spend over 7,000 hours and over 250 appearances in Pierce County, truly having a heart for service. They do appearances that focus on education, mentorship, and community service. They represent the Daffodil Festival and its role in Pierce County.
You know, it dawns on me, the sun has gone down.
Oh,
I didn't even notice.
how about that? Yeah.
Except for the fact that all of the floats are so beautiful, all lit up here, moving southbound on 4th Avenue. If you're just turning on the TV and saying, why are these people having so much fun? It's because we are all here at the Alaska Airlines Seafair Torchlight Parade. Right, everybody? Exactly. And you're watching live here on KIRO 7. And we could not be happier bringing this to you, the 70th year of the Torchlight Parade. And coming into view, the Buffalo Soldiers, the 10th Cavalry D Company. This is a nonprofit organization, a group of volunteers. They're dedicated to preserving this piece of American history. They also teach outdoor skills. They conduct equine-based activities. The Buffalo Soldiers of Seattle. They host educational camps, cadet educational forums, appearances at schools and museums. And they remind us of our past, of which we should be knowledgeable. The Buffalo Soldiers of Seattle.com. Learn more about their organization, help them fundraise, help them understand, the kids understand that these cavalry units made major contributions in the settlement of the American West, despite discrimination. I mean, literally a page of history walking out in front of all of us here on 4th Avenue.
Bringing history to the present right there. Empowering men, women, and children to remember their past and help it determine their future. Coming up after the Buffalo Soldiers, coming into view right now, the Rising Beyond Martin Luther King Commemoration Committee's African American Heritage Association representation. The float this year is called Rising Beyond, and they say this name represents them. Rising beyond limits, beyond expectations, beyond burdens, and beyond fear.
Do you know who that is on the float playing?
Oh, yeah.
That's Michael Powers right there.
It certainly is.
Holy smokes.
He is ripping it up. You've seen him around town, around the entire area, doing funk, gospel, soul, blues, Latin music, whatever he wants. He can do it all.
man.
They are family right there. Also, King Lacey Steele, Queen Carolyn Riley Payne, and Princesses Sophia Miles and Prince Darnell French.
Man, come back, Michael. Let's just listen to a little of that music. Here come the Ballard Eagles drill team right here, wearing that familiar turquoise, gold, and black. This is their 58th year. Although my guess is it's not any of the members of the team
not so much
as they are comprised right now. A reputation of innovative marching and good sportsmanship. Teamwork, self-discipline, confidence, friendship, and dedication. All part of the program with the Washington State Eagles, a youth drill team. This is the Ballard Eagles drill team. Captain Emma Dodge. Thanks, folks.
And you know, Steve, coming up right behind them, this is the Metropolitan Improvement District's Downtown Ambassadors. Everybody give it up for this group right here. These are the folks that clean up at downtown every day, that make 4th Avenue right here clean and beautiful so that we can have this parade. These folks do the tough work downtown. You want some proof? Over the last 12 months, the clean team here, they have collected a record 1.3 million, that is million gallons of trash from downtown sidewalks and curb lines. It is because of them that our streets get clean downtown every day. Thank you, Downtown Ambassadors.
In fact, my guess is as soon as the parade's over, they'll circle back
and
start working to clean things up. I hear a drill team coming to you. Here they come.
Oh my goodness.
This is the award-winning Dolls and Gents drill team at Drumline. Oh, these guys are fantastic. They performed in Oregon, Disneyland, Disney World, Washington, D.C., and Chicago. They will get you on your feet. Let's watch. Gents drill team under the direction of Makisha Jackson.
Goodness.
There are lots of mamas and daddies who are following that drill team too, and they are very proud.
Absolutely.
That's a lot of hard work that goes into that.
Just watching them, I am in awe, and Steve, I am exhausted. Just watching them.
Yeah.
It makes me think that maybe I'd love to go on to a nice, peaceful cruise.
Would you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, and look at that. There's
this?
that balloon indulging my thoughts. It represents one of Holland America Line's newest and most elegant ships, the Koningsdam. This balloon, not the boat, but the balloon itself, 45 feet long, 11 feet high. These folks are keeping it afloat as they come down 4th Avenue. Over 30 people escorting it down the parade route right now. And of course, you know Holland America Line. It's Seattle's hometown cruise line, a recognized leader in cruising. They've been going at it for 147 years. And the seas are always that smooth.
Absolutely. It's as though it's floating.
With the help of 40 people.
Yeah. So there you go, Holland America floating southbound on 4th.
That's not in their catalog, but
don't
it
think
is
so.
available once a year.
Everybody's still having a great time here in the grandstands.
Making noise.
A lot of them have their Alaska Airlines hats on that Monique wants so desperately to take one back home with her tonight. Here comes Warm 106.9 coming down the street. Most music for your workday, they say.
And look at that, those little elf shoes.
Oh, it's holiday season already.
Yeah, it's July.
I knew this was a long parade. I had no idea. Christmas in July, that's right.
Hi, Santa and elves. You know, they are dressed like this because Warm 106.9 becomes Seattle's Christmas station, the most listened to radio station in the Northwest for the holidays. There's Shelly Hart there with Santa.
Yeah.
We see you. We see you. Oh, I want a cookie. I want a cookie.
Don't ask Monique twice if she wants a cookie.
I thought that was whipped cream. I was going to pour it all over the cookies.
No, Monique. For you, just milk and cookies.
I'm going to take one for me and one for Steve.
And one for Steve.
You guys have a great day and a great Christmas.
Great. Thank you so much. 151 days to go.
Hey,
in case you were wondering, 151 days. There's your cookies, Steve.
Thank you so much. You guys were kind of holding up traffic just a little bit.
Sorry. I need my
The
cookies.
reason I bring that up is because the boss is on the next bus.
Oh, goodness.
It is the KIRO 7 bus that's coming along here now.
Wait, Claire was just giving us the forecast
It's
moments
amazing.
ago.
It's absolute magic. There's Michelle. There's Nick and Runji.
Hey.
Taking a picture.
Rob and Claire. My goodness. And so many of the folks behind the cameras.
Did you get me a cookie or
that
no?
make us look good.
Can I have that cookie?
All right.
You gotta make it
Are
up
you ready
here.
for this?
I hope
Here
so.
we go.
This is a lot of pressure. Where is it?
Oh!
I got it!
Goodness!
Sign him up.
Get that guy a mitt.
Sign him up.
Your newest Mariner, Nick Allard. Allard just
Most of the KIRO brass is on that bus right now. If something should happen, the station goes dark, for heaven's sakes. Don't let that happen. Did we make a big enough deal of the KIRO bus?
I think maybe
we were supposed
did.
to. We were ordered to do that.
You know what we're also supposed to do
What's
is
that?
give you tonight's trivia question.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Presented by the Tacoma Mall Giant RV Sale. Which president was once a Seafair Parade Grand Marshal? A. Ronald Reagan. B. Dwight Eisenhower. C. Jimmy Carter. D. Richard Nixon. Your answer coming up when the Alaska Airlines Seafair Torchlight Parade continues.
You're watching the Alaska Airlines Torchlight Parade, presented by Home Street Bank. More local news, more locations, so you know what's going on. KIRO 7 News in the morning.
What this?
Ah, hey, Tungus. It's the fresh section. There's all kinds of stuff, like the beast sub.
Whoa. Enjoy a ham and Swiss sub stacked high on a fresh hoagie roll. AM, PM. Too much good stuff. Tungus!
It's the Honda Summer Spectacular event, which means more of this. The kind of elation you can only experience after getting a great deal on a Honda Civic or Civic hatchback. Or an Accord. All come standard with the Honda Sensing suite of safety and driver assistive features. And as you can see, all will provide you with plenty of joy. Come be a part of it today.
Get a great deal on the Honda Civic and find your happy place at the Honda Summer Spectacular event.
My beautiful daughter is getting married. The wedding doesn't care if the business is doing well at any given moment or any given month. For me, it was nice that I bank with Key. My banker was able to say, well, let's do this so you're not anxious. Let's free up a line of credit for you. Key Bank was really able to just come in, relieve my anxiety, relieve my stress, which I love.
Make financial progress with Key Bank. Use the red key.
This is how we do the summertime, summertime.
This year, squeeze even more summer out of your summer.
Summertime.
Save big on all 2019s during the Hyundai Epic Summer Clearance. And make your summer better than ever. The Hyundai Epic Summer Clearance.
The Elantra, starting at just $14,950, or get 0% APR for 60 months. See your Western Washington Hyundai dealer.
What this? Ah, hey, Tungus. It's the fresh section. There's all kinds of stuff, like the beast sub.
Whoa. Enjoy a ham and Swiss sub stacked high on a fresh hoagie roll. AM, PM. Too much good stuff.
Tungus!
You're watching the Alaska Airlines Torchlight Parade, presented by Home Street Bank.
You know, the I-90 floating bridge is a popular spot for folks to watch the Blue Angels show every August. It also, by the way, carries 49 million vehicles every year in both directions.
That's a little bit of trivia. So is this the answer to tonight's trivia question? Which president was once a Seafair Parade Grand Marshal? Whom did you guess? The answer is D, Richard Nixon. But it was 8 years before he was elected president, long before Watergate. He was Grand Marshal in 1960 when he was VP under Dwight Eisenhower.
I was going to say Dwight Eisenhower.
Well, you would have been wrong.
I know, which is not unusual for those of you that know me. Here comes the Sumner High School Spartan Marching Band and cheer squad and flag carriers.
They've got 160 people out here tonight.
Goodness. And we're going to talk to each one of them.
And this is their 29th consecutive year for the Sumner High School Spartan Marching Band. They've performed everywhere from the Washington State Fair Rodeo Parade to the Auburn Veterans Day Parade to the Daffodil Parades. They actually had 4 parades in one day this summer. Sing along?
Saturday in the Park. I've been singing it since I was 12.
The tubas before, but holding up a flute while you're marching, that is not easy.
No, none of this is easy.
True enough.
That's why you and I are standing here.
Correct.
And all of these talented people are walking down 4th Avenue. Thank you, Paul.
We are standing still. They are marching
That's
2.5 miles.
That's right, playing musical instruments. It's time to talk about Fleet Week, Seafair Fleet Week, and thank you to Boeing for helping welcome them. One of the great sights along the Seattle waterfront. All of the Navy and Coast Guard ships all pulling in this week.
And this right here is Rear Admiral Christopher Scotty Gray. He's a native of Virginia Beach, Virginia. Come on, give it up! Rear Admiral Scotty Gray, and now
I'm going to walk along with Rear Admiral Yvette Davids. Thank you so much for being with us.
Oh, this is such a joy. What an incredible city and what an incredible turnout.
Can you talk a little bit about what it takes to be in the Navy these days?
I think if you're an adventurer, if you want to be a part of something that's greater than yourself, if you feel patriotic, the Navy's for you.
United States Naval Academy graduate.
That's right, 1989, 30 years ago.
Admiral, thank you so much. We appreciate you being with us.
It's such an honor to be here. Thank you so much for having us.
And Steve, I just want to mention that Rear Admiral Davids is the first Hispanic female to command a warship in the U.S. Navy. And right behind her, the Navy Band Northwest. Under the direction of Lieutenant Christopher Hornet and Drum Major Chief Musician Evan Viss.
You know, the Navy League was founded in 1902. It is an all-voluntary group. All these volunteers are helping out. represented tonight. Seattle Council President Steve Keith, Everett Lake Washington Council President Sanu Chaco of the Navy League. They work side by side to co-chair Fleet Week activities. Thank you so much to them.
All right, folks, we know that you want to see the Seafair Pirates, so remember, you can do that on the KIRO 7 app and get an exclusive look at this parade from our live pirate cam. Oh my gosh, as we look at the clowns right now. But we know when the Seafair Pirates get moving, you will hear them, and you can also see them by downloading the KIRO 7 app on your smart TV to enjoy more exclusive content where and when you want it. We'll be back with these crazy folks later.
You're watching the Alaska Airlines Torchlight Parade, presented by Home Street Bank.
All City Fence is proud to support our military service members and veterans for their unselfish commitment to the protection of our country. We salute you. All City Fence, supporting our military service members and veterans right here in Puget Sound since 1953.
How do you win over fans? You give them something they love, something no one else can, something they can't get enough of. And then you give them more. Hurry in to see why Ram has the most loyal half-ton pickup owners during the Ram Summer Clearance event.
Now get 0% APR financing for 72 months on the all-new 2019 Ram 1500 Tradesman.
It's time appliances had a personality. Yours. Introducing Cafe, the customizable appliance. Cafe, distinct by design.
Earn up to $1,600 on select Cafe suites when you customize your appliances according to your style. Visit Albert Lee Appliance today.
Is your 9 to 5 getting you all worked up? Roll into a new game where you call the shots. You raise the bet. You make the moves. It's time to let luck rule tonight. Snoqualmie Casino. Minutes away and a world apart.
Beacon Plumbing is all about the community, from the hydroplanes
and Miss Beacon Plumbing wins the
to helping feed the community and employing the community. From everyone at Beacon Plumbing, thank you, Seattle.
Stop freaking, call Beacon.
You're watching the Alaska Airlines Torchlight Parade, presented by Home Street Bank.
You know, the Ballard Locks are a really popular attraction for tourists and all of us who just live around here as well. They draw more than 1 million visitors every year, and they can carry more boat traffic than any other lock in the United States. Come the folks from 98.9 The Bull. Welcome them. That electric neon yellow pickup truck. Hi guys, hi gals.
And behind them, the Falun Dafa, also now known as Falun Gong, a mind-body self-improvement practice.
You know, it's
represent.
Yeah, it's based on the principles of truth, compassion, and forbearance. They consist of 5 easy-to-learn meditation exercises. Well, easy to learn, that's not if you're talking to me, obviously, but improving overall health, reducing stress and anxiety. This is fabulous. And bringing oneself greater inner peace. It's practiced, get this, by more than 100 million people around the world in 70 countries. The Ming Dynasty ship illuminates the torchlight sky and will sweep you off to a divine land. Men and women greet you in the traditional Chinese attire, and they're welcoming the Seafair audience.
And look right behind that ship. This is a traditional Chinese waist drum team.
I feel calmer already.
Keep on aiming higher.
That's right.
All generations and ages represented by that group.
As we approach 10 o'clock, by the way, I should let all of you know at home, we're not going anywhere. We're not leaving until the pirates come down the street and break all the windows with their cannon.
So we sacrifice our eardrums.
That's
we
right.
are here for you folks. And right now, you're looking at the Highlanders drill team. They were formed back in 1979, and for 40 years, they've taught the importance of teamwork, responsibility, discipline, dedication, and also building confident leaders. And their captain right now is Jasmine Fleitas. He's leading them along right now.
Representing now the Washington State Parks, as they like to say, embrace your nature. And their float, which I don't know if it does float or not, but it sure looks like it could.
It moves.
Is a beautiful boat. And there's a great idea here. When you go out and enjoy our parks, always wear your life jacket. That's the reminder here.
Yeah.
Walter, the boat, and I think that's Badgley the Badger. And again, a reminder, when you go out on our waters, be sure you have a flotation device on, so we're not doing a news story about you or family members.
That is right.
Oh, here comes Ezel.
Oh, man.
Is there anything better on the planet than Ezel's chicken?
Okay, this is a new brand of cruelty after we sacrificed our cookies to Nick Allard. We're out here hungry, and here comes Ezel's.
Oh.
And look at that car behind him. All these skaters. Wow.
Yeah.
They got some moves.
You know what? Louis Rudd, he's CEO and co-founder of Ezel's. He loves the rollers. He loves the skating. He loves all that. He also loves himself a beautiful old classic Lincoln Continental, which is just parked. Now, the only other thing that would make this better is if there was a great big platter of chicken that ended up right here on our desk.
You hear that, folks? Still got some time in this parade.
Oh, that 61 Lincoln is being driven, in fact, by Louis. 35 years ago, they opened the first Ezel's in the Central District, and they have been going strong ever since. They are famous chicken, without any question at all.
Everybody knows Ezel's. And now we have a float from the Tulalip Resort Casino. The iconic orca on top.
You know, if you were there, you'd know that they have a 4 Diamond Deluxe hotel, a spa, restaurants, top-notch entertainment. And by the way, Tulalip Amphitheater includes Martina McBride on the 25th, Travis Tritt and Charlie Daniels on the 15th of August, Patti LaBelle and the Pointer Sisters on the 8th. Fill up my calendar. The Tulalip Casino, folks, thank you so much. A premier gaming destination right here in Washington. And now
we have the Coalition Filipino-American Organizations. They've been at this event for the last 17 years. And this year, they're actually showing the different traditional costumes from the island of the Philippines. Both men and women are showing those traditional costumes. And some of them from the northern island. Oh boy, I don't know if I'm going to do this justice. But
good luck.
We're
all with you.
And the bahag for men.
That was very good.
You don't know whether I got that.
Haven't a clue. Did you mention there's 17 affiliated organizations?
No.
Oh,
I said they were at this for 17 years. We have a theme going here.
Yes, 17 affiliated organizations from the different Filipino-American community organizations here in Washington. You know, after all of the loud music and the high stepping and all, this is rather nice.
Yes.
It's rather relaxing.
It's peaceful.
Yes, at least for a few more moments until the pirates get here. Coalition of Filipino-American Organizations. Thank you so much. Well, let's pick it up just a little bit, shall we? The quiet moves on.
Right behind them, we have the Kennedy Catholic High School Lancer Marching Band. And they have won over 20 trophies over the past 5 years.
These guys and gals are good. They really are. They've been participating in Seafair for 30 years.
30 years. Oh, you're going to start hearing them more and more the closer they come. Here we go.
U.S. Coast Guard. They do so much for Seafair. From the boat races to helping with Fleet Week. The men and women that protect us on the waters.
And up at the top of that boat there, Rear Admiral Anthony Vogt. He is the commander of the 13th Coast Guard District, headquartered here in Seattle. That means he is responsible for all Coast Guard operations throughout the Pacific Northwest, protecting us and our property, enforcing laws. The 13th District spans over the states of Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and Montana. We're talking about 4,400 miles of coastline.
We have plenty still to come right here at the Alaska Airlines Torchlight Parade. But first, here's a look at what's coming up tonight on KIRO 7 News at 11.
You're watching the Alaska Airlines Torchlight Parade, Presented by Home Street Bank.
I'm Ethan.
And I'm Danielle.
And we're on a Toyota road trip through Western Washington. Toyotas come with Toyota Safety Sense, a bundle of Toyota's most advanced safety features and standard equipment.
For all Toyota offers, go to buyatoyota.com.
Toyota, let's go places.
I'm craving
wings.
Only Frigidaire's range lets you air fry right in your oven. It's all the flavor, none of the guilt.
So
good.
That's using your Frigidaire.
For a limited time, get $400 back with the purchase of a qualifying Frigidaire Gallery 4-piece kitchen package at Albert Lee, the original appliance experts for over 8 decades.
This is how we do the summertime, summertime.
This year, squeeze even more summer out of your summer. Save big on all 2019s during the Hyundai Epic Summer Clearance. And make your summer better than ever. The Hyundai Epic Summer Clearance.
Now lease the Kona for $189 a month or get 0% APR for 60 months. See your Western Washington Hyundai dealer.
Home Street Bank is proud to sponsor Seafair.
It's not just the boat. It's not just the engine. It's not just the equipment. It is the team as a whole. And when you get the chance to come down to the pit area at Seafair and you see 10 to 12 crew members working all together to accomplish a goal, you realize that this sport really is all about family and community. It goes hand in hand with Home Street's motto, community, family-driven. That's why it's been such a wonderful partnership. It's a sense of pride.
Hey, what's up? I'm Ethan.
And I'm Danielle.
And we're on a Toyota road trip through Western Washington.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, a 2-year no-cost maintenance plan.
Other car companies can't say that.
For all Toyota offers, go to buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
You're watching the Alaska Airlines Torchlight Parade. Presented by Home Street Bank.
And welcome back. As you were just seeing the back of the Commodore boat. Those are the Seafair Commodores celebrating over 60 years as the Seafair Festival Goodwill Ambassadors. Those folks do a lot of volunteer work to make this summer festival possible.
And from boats and beautiful cars to an equestrian unit. This is the Washington Jalisco Sister State Association.
And they work to promote a positive cultural and educational exchange between Washington and Jalisco states, representing the Mexican culture through their passion for horses.
And again, just beautiful animals, and their costumes authentic. Their talent is obvious.
Getting a little love from the crowd.
Great opportunity for cultural exchange with our friends here. Thank you so much, folks.
These ladies make riding a horse with a skirt look easy.
Yeah, and it's not.
It's not. We have more little ones stealing the show here, twirling around. Let's see if they can walk straight when they stop twirling.
That's interesting, the great traditional garb, and then Seahawks banners and a flag for the Seahawks.
Hey, that's tradition around these parts.
All a part of the, again, the Washington State Jalisco Sister City Association. This is a very long group, lots of horses.
Yeah, not just a Seahawks flag. That is full commitment right there.
There you go.
Right there.
That's a 12.
It is.
That might be Doug Baldwin.
No, remember,
he's got time on his hands.
Yeah, I don't know if his injuries would have allowed him to do that, though.
You're right. More of these beautiful horses, I'll tell you. Nobody gets tired of watching the horses. And why not a little mariachi to go along with it?
Not only do they have to sound great, they have to make sure that those bows clear their sombreros.
Yeah, there's a skill to that.
That takes some practice.
I'm telling you, we've had it all tonight.
And the cleanup crew hard at work.
Bless them. Just beautiful horses, just beautiful. So again, the Washington Jalisco Sister State Association with equestrian unit and decorative costumes and a mariachi band.
And their MVPs there in that
That's
tractor
it.
with the shovel. Thank you, folks.
I knew we'd find something for Nick Allard to do. This is the Salvation Army coming down the street here. This is their second time at Seafair Torchlight Parade. We all know Salvation Army, one of the most trusted, well-known nonprofits in the world. Their programs address homelessness, food distribution, addiction rehabilitation, domestic violence aid, youth programs, and disaster relief.
We want to thank them for all the work that they do, and they want to thank you for your local donations. All the money donated in King County is used to help people right here in King County.
And
making a difference.
When you see that van right there, you know their emergency mobile feeding units are there when disaster strikes. So again, the Salvation Army, when those red kettles are out at holiday time, be sure you drop in more than just change. Put some folding money in that, will you? Help support all the great things they do.
And now we have the winner of the Community Spirit Award, presented by Seafair Parade Marshals. We have the Leavenworth Washington State Autumn Leaf Festival float.
You ever been to Leavenworth for the Autumn Leaf Festival?
No.
It is wonderful. And Leavenworth is a terrific, they also have the, I think, the Christmas tree lighting ceremony.
Right, now that I've been there for.
Leavenworth is just a great, great community.
And look at those dancers they have too, huh?
Yep.
And the Autumn Leaf Festival coming up in September, where you can see some of these fine folks.
I have a pair of lederhosen just like that.
I'm glad not to know that myself.
The Seafair Boat Club Commodore is Michael Allman. He and his wife April. The boat club was established in the 70s for waterside activities of Seafair. They include the Milk Carton Derby, which is one of the great fun events of Seafair, and the Christmas cruise on Lake Washington.
And right there, we see it being towed right there. The Graham Trucking Hydro. Graham Trucking has been sponsoring hydroplanes and hydroplane events for over 33 consecutive years. And this year will mark 26 years competing in the unlimited class. Rob Graham's third season competing as an unlimited owner. And they're represented by drivers J. Michael Kelly and Corey Peabody this year.
Now these are some of the older boats or replacement boats, because the real ones are over in Tri-Cities this weekend for the Columbia Cup.
They're doing some serious work.
Here comes the Graham, no, that's not the Graham Trucking. This is the Boeing 787 salute to Seafair hydroplane. Right there.
And on board that hydro, those are Boeing employees from their Everett and Renton facilities. And they volunteer each year to help make Boeing's partnership with Seafair a success.
Back in 2009, Chip Hanauer drove this boat at a lap speed of 154 miles an hour, proving that sustainable biofuels can run an unlimited hydroplane. When you're pushing that thing around Lake Washington at 150 plus, that's doing something. It's a beautiful boat.
Oh, and here comes Oberto Hydro. You know, for over 40 years, Oberto has been almost synonymous with Seafair and the hydros. Good to see them back. And this is actually a special year for Oberto. They're going to be launching a new hydro on the water. They're going to also be relaunching their Oberto Hot Links. I know you've been waiting for them to come back.
Meat snacks. And this is the old boat. This is the traditional boat. This is the old piston-powered motor in the front. Makes a lot of noise. Gets everybody excited about hydroplane racing. The oh boy Oberto. Wow, what a great tradition of hydroplane racing that boat was a part of.
And tradition and innovation, as we've mentioned in the past, that's what Seafair is all about. And they will have a special new hydro on the water this year as we take a look back into that historic one.
This is the SELA Royalty Float, the SELA Community Days Association Centennial Royalty Float. And riding on board Miss SELA, Destiny Bentley, Princess Kylie, Junior Miss SELA, Natalie, Little Miss SELA, Mahia, and Princess Brooklyn.
It's amazing that they can be concentrating and dancing to the music that's playing on their float, because right on their heels, we have the Washington Diamonds award-winning drill team behind them. Here they come, making a lot of noise on their own. They're formed in 2010. Their mission to provide a safe, stable, and healthy environment that promotes a positive team-building atmosphere, teaching youth respect for themselves and others.
sleep in church tomorrow. These kids have been they have been working hard.
Oh my goodness. Look at these degenerates coming up the street.
Oh, these folks are wonderful.
That's right. These are the Seattle Seafair clowns. You know them all. We make fun of them. We have fun with them, but boy, do they do great work in our community.
All year round.
Just volunteering all the time. Fantastic. You know, they were founded back in 1953. They've been going all this time.
You'd never know it, but many of these people are captains of industry in this community.
Not that guy.
No, not him.
Not that guy.
So some get to walk, some ride. How are you, sir? Nice to meet you. I just shook hands with a Seafair clown.
Yes, you did.
I don't know that there is another clown group on the planet that has its own cement mixer. But these guys do. Look, the head guy is riding in the back of the cement mixer.
So you think he's the only clown in the country that can claim those bragging
That's right.
rights?
Exactly.
That guy always confuses me. Not quite sure.
Again, founded in 1953. That means they're older than me, and that's saying something.
These folks know how to rock a mullet like nobody else.
Oh, hey,
boy.
I recognize that sound anywhere. But before that, we have the Mason County Forest Festival. Oh, this is a beautiful float here. Themes for this year's Mason County Forest Festival: Facets of the Forest. The 75th year of the Forest Festival celebrates Mason County's logging legacy. On there is the Queen of the Forest, Jillian. Paul Bunyan is there. Timber the Axeman, Princess of Hemlock, and Princess of Cedar.
Gosh, they look so civilized and lovely.
Yes.
And then
there's that.
They're just being chased by the street.
They can't move fast enough to get away from these guys.
Here they come. You can smell them, folks. I know you can. The Ode to Pirate.
So we have a KIRO 7 pirate cam that's been out there on the street with the pirates for the entire trip down 4th Avenue. That means our videographer, our photojournalist, is now effectively deaf.
Absolutely. Needing smelling salts for this assignment.
You know, the pirates have been around since 1950.
Oh, goodness.
It's a great tradition. The pirates land at Alcyone.
They're all volunteer,
Yes.
nonprofits, about 50 of them in there, ages 25 to 93.
I don't guess he gets off the ship often. That's what I'm thinking. You know, they're still almost a full block from us. And of course, the cannon can be heard, well, to Renton, basically. Yep, here we go. Get ready. The pirates, they participate in parades and community events throughout the Pacific Northwest on a year-round basis. They support a lot of worthwhile charities and neighborhood organizations. They visit hospitals and schools and nursing homes, and I promise you they do not bring the cannon with them.
They better not.
No.
They better not.
It'd shake up some people there at the hospital, I can guarantee you that. They also work with Make-A-Wish. My wish is that I had earmuffs right now.
Oh, you can see why they're so popular. Everybody, as soon as they see them, their faces light up.
Here we go.
Here we go.
So I'm just timing it out right now.
Okay.
And I think the timing will work out just about. The next cannon shot will come 6 feet from you because I'm headed to the truck. They really do a lot of good in this community. I haven't figured it out yet, but they do. They really do.
They keep telling us that.
They bring smiles to people's faces as they're going deaf. Yes, sir. I used to play for the Mariners. Yes, sir. There's a reason for that.
I am not buying forgiveness. I'm just.
You don't have enough money with you for that.
Spreading a little wealth.
Spreading the wealth.
There they are on Moby Duck. A scurvy crew, as they like to say. But they're the only pirates that have 8x10 glossies of themselves. Oh no, it's an entire pirate book, for heaven's sakes. Well, there they go. The Seafair Pirates, off to create mayhem and to deafen an entire generation.
Making ears ring throughout downtown Seattle.
That's right. Oh my. Well, listen, we have had an absolutely delightful time tonight as the Western Vigilantes roll through and the Pirates continue to shake things up down 4th Avenue. We will let you know that it has been our pleasure once again.
Absolutely.
To bring you the Alaska Airlines Seafair Torchlight Parade from the streets of downtown Seattle. It is a joy. This parade is a treasure. And can we get a camera, John Barry, our director, can we get a camera on Monique before we leave? Because Monique has finally found what she was hoping for.
I just want to thank Alaska Airlines for giving me the perfect excuse for having a bad hair day. I'm going to hold on to this for as often as I need it.
We very much appreciate all of you being with us.
Yes.
So many people to thank behind the scenes, but we really appreciate all of their help and everybody that makes Seafair what it is and the Torchlight Parade. Thanks for joining us here on KIRO 7 tonight. Have a great night, a great rest of your weekend. Let's work on the hearing. And
Speaking of hearing, we want to thank the Mayflower Hotel also for everything that they've done for us in the Seafair Torchlight Parade. Thank you all for joining us.
Good night, everybody.
You're watching the Alaska Airlines Torchlight Parade, presented by Home Street Bank.